Hey folks, welcome to B5 Bricks. My name's Dom and I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I've seen some YouTubers and many posts and comments on various Facebook groups that 2021 is one of the worst years for LEGO Star Wars, and I find this utterly baffling. As a collector since 2009, I find that actually 2021 is demonstrably the best year we've ever had, and here's why. Firstly, the current lineup of Star Wars includes a whopping 53 sets. That's a huge amount and a massive range to choose from. There are also 5 UCS sets available, including the new AT-80, and we live in a time where the UCS Falcon is still available, and an incredible UCS Star Destroyer as well. You might not remember, but there were many years when both of these were only available for like £2,000. When I first started collecting, they had been retired for years, and the UCS Falcon is one of the greatest LEGO sets of all time. There's also 15 original trilogy sets, which is easily the most sought after era for many fans, but the range itself is brilliant, and LEGO have delivered what many people have wanted for a long time: affordable, kid friendly, but highly displayable sets. The new Luke's X-Wing, the Imperial TIE, and the Shuttle are fantastic, all at a reasonable price and with decent minifigs. The droid with the TIE Fighter and General Dodana in particular, these are great. And there's the always present Luke's Land Speeder set and Obi-Wan's hut, which is a pretty iconic wee thing. Along with these cheaper, more simpler sets are truly iconic and desirable sets like the AT-80, and this is the best one yet. It's absolutely fantastic. Then there's the Moss Eisley Cantina again, a fantastic achievement for LEGO and for adult fans. This is one of the best sets yet. Vader's Castle is also still available, and although not iconic, it certainly struck a chord in Rogue One fans, and it's a really unique set. The fresh, updated version of the Death Star Final Duel is another example of a truly iconic scene from Jedi that is available still. So for OT fans, you've really got an excellent selection with two of the most iconic ships, the TIE and X-Wing, being released this year. And to complement the OT, we have a really decent, extensive range of Mandalorian sets. And if you think back to 2020, it was really surprising that LEGO hadn't actually produced more of these. But come on, the selection in 2020 is way better than anyone ever expected. There's no doubt they went to town on the range. The Razor Crest is fine, it's not the best iteration of the ship, but there's the Raider ATSD, it's super cool, and it comes with Cara Dune, the Mandalorian Starfighter. Wow, how cool is this? And the minifigs are brilliant, and it's under £50. It's an unbelievable price. Not only that, but a slave one that doesn't break the bank, and it actually looks really decent, and for kids, it's not a clunky, difficult ship to fly about and pick up. The Trouble and Tatooine set is another absolute winner. You can get the cool Mando figure and Grogu, which is what everyone wants, and the cool speeder, all for under £30. Yes, LEGO are finally listening to fans. Thank you. Then you've got the Imperial Light Cruiser. It's an expensive set, but the minifig selection is really top notch with Shand, the Dark Trooper, Moff Gideon included, plus this vessel features a lot in Rebels, the later series of Clone Wars and Battlefront 2, so it has wide appeal, and it's really nice to get an Imperial ship that isn't just another Imperial Star Destroyer. These things don't come around very often. The Imperial Armored Marauder is another one of those just utterly outstanding LEGO sets on a budget. For a grey, boxy looking thing, it has tons of play features and just some of the best minifigures, including Grief Karga, nice, brilliant guy, and the Yellow Mortar Trooper. Fantastic minifigure. It's just such a good set, and it's only £30. But But if that wasn't enough, LEGO has also made a buildable Grogu as well, and how cute is this wee guy? And yes, it's not insanely priced either, he's only £70 at launch, and you can get him for around £50 now on Amazon, which is a really good price for these buildable figures. Now we have to take time to also address the Bad Batch shuttle. If you're new to collecting Star Wars LEGO, you will very quickly find you'll be having the same almost panicky feeling as many of us, a sort of fear of missing out. And I definitely have this with sets like the Twilight. I waited and waited to make my mind up about getting this. I tried to get it cheap when it was close to retirement and I actually missed out. The prices went through the roof after it retired, and so I just kind of moved on, and I won't make that mistake again. I got the Ghost back in 2014, which now goes for £200-300, and these hero ships like the Razor Crest, the Falcon, the Kessel Run Falcon, the Twilight, and for sure this Bad Batch shuttle, these are the kind of sets that really hold their value, and this one definitely will. It's not the best version of the ship, and there's a few errors with it, but it's pretty cool. It's quite big, and it comes with all the Bad Batch dudes. Sadly though, not with Omega. But if you think about this for a minute, in 2021, we currently have 3 very iconic hero ships in the range: the Bad Batch, the Millennium Falcon, and the Razor Crest. So are you starting to see what I'm on about? We are so lucky to be in a place these things are available to purchase. Now let's talk about the prequel era, and you can't get much better than the 501st set. I was disappointed with it a wee bit. The speeder is a bit big and the walker too, but this is a big deal. This set is already highly sought after, and that's because it's all about the minifigs. And again, along with iconic ships from the original trilogy and Mandalorian, this set ticks so many boxes for prequel and Clone Wars fans. It's another triumph for 2021. Not only that, but there's also the blue ATT. It's not super accurate, but it's not expensive, and it comes with Ahsoka. For goodness sake, what else next? Oh, and one of her clones. Yes, see what I mean? Just such a great set. And then they came out with the Duel on Mandalore set. I mean, come on! It's a brilliant set for under £20 with Ahsoka and bloody Darth Maul. I mean, come on! This is what we want. We want these key figures, these key characters to be able to be affordable for a change. You can still get Anakin's Jedi Fighter and also Grievous's Fighter too, but I think it's been well documented that this set isn't the best and it's overpriced, but it hasn't been done in a while and it's quite a cool ship. But the ultimate prequel set finally came in 2021, and it was the Republic gunship. I mean, some folks never thought it would even ever happen, but we live in this era. In 2021, this became a reality. But of course, it has issues with the minifigure selection, spelling mistakes, and wrong logos, and personally, I think it kinda sucks. It's been lavished with praise, but let's be realistic. It's covered in studs and not smooth where it should be, and there's plenty of very good examples of UCS mocks out there that have done this way better. But hey, it's still a huge statement piece, an iconic hero ship, and it's not £500. It's quite a reasonable price for it, £325 as far as I remember. Now, yes, we have to mention the sequel trilogy, and currently in 2021, you can still get the most iconic of Star Wars ships, the Millennium Falcon, and this version is easily the best version due to its new opening top design. It's much better than the older versions, and it really is a fantastic set. You've got Poe's X-Wing, again a pretty desired ship for the fans of the sequel trilogy, but it is £90, which is a bit mental. There's also a micro Resistance X-Wing as well, and just about to retire is the Resistance Transport, which is based on the ship from Galaxy's Edge. The Knights of Ren ship, the Night Buzzard, is still available, and actually for some fans, This is kind of a big deal and will also end up being a bit like those past hero ships that are desirable. It could well become a sought after set in years to come with the fans of the sequel trilogy as they grow up. Kylo Ren's shuttle is also a bit of a big deal, an improved version of the ship, the right colour, and the wings tilt properly. It's got good minifigures as well, and the Resistance Y-Wing is still available. This is one of the most interesting Resistance sets that they have done, with a cool droid and the colour scheme is really nice. 2021 has also seen quite an expansion of the bust sets, with the very cool Scout Trooper, Vader, Boba Fett, the TIE Fighter pilot, and Stormtrooper. These are a really welcome addition to the range and not too expensive. They're quite unique sets if you think about it, and sort of similar to them is the Probe Droid and Vader's Meditation Center. I mean, what else do you want in a range? I mean, like, how can we top this? Well, you could pick up one of the Sith art sets. I mean, it's still available. And I mean, for the Super Star Wars Lego fans, these are a bit of a must have, and they're a really unique product and a cool gift for older fans of the franchise. Something I'm looking to buy for Christmas myself is the buildable R2D2, and I must say, I never thought I'd see Lego try to improve an older version, but my goodness, did they outdo themselves. This set is next level and uses really interesting construction techniques. It's just such a big deal. I mean, in the past, this would have been one of the sort of centerpieces, the key sets for Lego that year. It would be Lego would be pushing this massively, at Christmas, but it's just overshadowed by things like the Republic gunship and all the other UCS sets and everything else this year. Who'd have ever thought that that would happen? And then there's also a buildable Yoda figure as well. Everyone forgets about this. He's a bit creepy, but he's also cute and he's quite desired set by many fans. And it's incredible that this thing is on sale along with all these other sets. I would say all of this demonstrates without doubt that we are truly in a golden age of LEGO Star Wars. Every single core era, except the Old Republic, has been catered for. You still have iconic UCS sets like the Falcon, the A-Wing, the UCS Imperial Star Destroyer. It's like the ultimate set for adult fans. You can also have the largest, most ambitious UCS set in the AT-AT, and at £800, it'll be the most expensive set ever. Can you believe that these things even exist? And within each range, it's not like it's obscure ships or vehicles, it's truly iconic hero ships. It's key locations like Mos Eisley, the Death Star throne room, and Mandalorian sets are superb. You can get a lot of decent sets at reasonable prices and have access to really desirable minifigs like the 501st, Ahsoka, Grogu, and Darth Maul, all for very cheap prices. That's why, for me, 2021 is easily the best year in Star Wars LEGO since 2009. I would say 2013 was a good year for Clone Wars sets, but for diversity of range, mega UCS sets, and unique builds like the busts and the art sets, we are at a peak in this theme. I'd truly love to know if you agree or disagree. Do you think some in the community just like to complain, or do you think there's something seriously lacking in the range? I can't see it, but let me know if you think it is. Or do you think the range is perhaps just too big and for your average collector it's almost unobtainable? Let me know in the comments. Please also like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more of my Star Wars content, then check out some of my other videos, and in fact you might like this mock of the Razor Crest that I made recently, so click on that and check it out, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!